Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to tackle what is arguably the most universal frustration in computer-aided design, getting your AutoCAD drawing to print at the exact correct scale. Seriously, if you've ever felt that dreaded sinking feeling of sending a massive project to the plotter, only for the printer to spit out a microscopic floor plan or a title block sliced completely in half, well, you're in the right place. Today, we are mastering layouts and viewports.
Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, model versus paper space. 2, the magic of viewports. 3, the layout workflow. 4, troubleshooting common problems. And 5, best practices for plotting. We're going to take you from a messy, infinite workspace to a perfectly scaled, professional drawing sheet.
Part 1. Model versus paper space. We have to start right here with a foundational concept of AutoCAD, which is separating where we build our designs from where we present them. This paradigm shift trips up so many beginners who try to do absolutely everything in one single place.
It really boils down to understanding the contrast between your actual workshop, which is model space, and your presentation board, which is paper space. In AutoCAD, model space is that infinite, dark environment where your physical design lives, like your intricate floor plans or heavy 3D models. Paper space, on the other hand, which you access down in those layout tabs at the bottom, represents your final physical sheet of paper. It's exactly where your title blocks, drawing borders, and notes go. The concept is simple. You design in one, and you present in the other.
And this leads us right to the golden rule of AutoCAD. You absolutely must draw your objects at their actual, real-world dimensions in model space. This is a 1-to-1 scale. If a wall is 4,000 millimeters in real life, you draw it as exactly 4,000 units in your model. You never ever shrink or reduce your model just to make it fit on a piece of paper. We handle all the scaling later during the presentation phase.
Part 2, the magic of viewports. So let's see how this all comes together when we connect that full-size, 1-to-1 model to our physical piece of paper using viewports. What exactly is a viewport? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a camera lens. Imagine you're standing in paper space holding a camera, and you're zooming in on specific parts of your massive model space to snap a beautifully framed photo for your final sheet. The model itself? It hasn't moved. It hasn't changed size. You're simply controlling how much of it you see, your line of sight, and most importantly, the precise scale that your camera lens is zoomed in at.
This is exactly why viewports are such a game changer. From just one single, full-sized central model, you can safely generate incredibly diverse outputs. Think about it. You could have a sprawling site plan at a 1-to-500 scale, a standard floor plan at 1-to-100, and a super intricate door detail at 1-to-5. All on separate sheets. And you pull this off without ever duplicating, shrinking, or messing with your original geometry. The central model stays perfectly 100% intact.
Part 3, the layout workflow. Let's take all this underlying theory and translate it into a structured, foolproof workflow to get your drawing perfectly prepped for the plotter. Following these exact steps is your secret to consistent success.
Step 1 is the setup phase. Once your drawing is fully complete in model space at 1-to-1, you're going to open or create a clearly named layout, like ground floor plan. Then, jump into the page setup. Take your time here, guys. You want to choose your printer. Pick your exact paper size, let's say A3, which is 420 by 297 millimeters, and make sure your layout plot scale is set to 1-to-1. Since paper space represents the literal paper, it has to print at its real size. Finally, just drop your standard title block directly into paper space. Now we bring in the camera. While still in paper space, type the command MVIEW to draw your rectangular viewport boundary, and boom, your model magically appears inside it. To actually look through that lens, just double-click inside the boundary. You'll see the border get noticeably thicker, letting you know it's active. From there, use the pan command to center your drawing perfectly. Finally, with the viewport still active, open your Properties palette and dial in your standard scale. For example, setting it precisely to 1-to-100.
Okay, listen up, because I literally cannot stress this next point enough. Lock the viewport. Once you've dialed in that perfect 1-to-100 scale, select the viewport boundary in paper space, go to Properties, and change Display Locked to Yes. If you skip this, the second you double-click back inside and accidentally scroll your mouse wheel even a fraction of an inch, you completely destroy that perfect scale. And your printed drawing, it'll be totally inaccurate. Lock it down.
With your scale safely locked, we move into the final polishing phase. Now you can safely adjust the viewport boundary grips to frame the drawing perfectly without any risk of messing up the zoom. But you know those ugly rectangular borders? To make sure they don't ruin a beautiful print, move your viewport boundary to a dedicated layer. Maybe call it Viewport and turn off plotting for that layer in the Layer Manager. The drawing will print perfectly, but the box won't show up. Then, run the Regen All command to make sure your dashed lines and line type scales update correctly based on the PSLT scale variable. Finally, preview the plot and export it to PDF.
Part 4, troubleshooting common problems. Because let's be real, even with a perfect workflow, things are going to go slightly off the rails occasionally. Let's proactively solve the most common frustrations.
Let's rapid fire through the most common headaches. Scale changing randomly. You definitely forgot to lock the viewport. Viewport border showing up on your print? Just move it to a layer with plotting disabled. Title block looking massive or tiny? You probably accidentally inserted it into model space instead of paper space. Remember, it lives in paper space at actual size. What if the entire layout prints at the wrong scale? Just remember to always plot the paper space layout itself at 1:1, while the viewport holds the drawing scale. Dashed lines appearing solid? Check your PSL/TSC scale system variable and type Regen All. And a golden rule here. If your drawing doesn't fit inside the viewport, you have to increase the paper size or the viewport size. Never, ever use a mathematically incorrect scale just to force a drawing to fit on the page.
Part 5. Best practices for plotting. To wrap up the technical side of things, let's elevate your workflow from functional to fully professional. These are the habits that really separate beginners from advanced CAD draftsmen. Organization is absolutely crucial. Use highly descriptive layout names like A101 ground floor so anyone opening your file knows exactly what's going on. Keep all those viewport boundaries on one dedicated non-plotting layer, and here's a real game changer. Use VP Freeze. This lets you freeze messy layers, like complex electrical wiring, in just one specific viewport without hiding them in your other viewports. It's an amazing way to keep an architectural plan clean while preserving the electrical layout on a different sheet, all pulling from the same model. Oh, and always maintain consistent text sizes and line weights. And please, double-check that plot preview before you hit submit.
Before we finish up, we want to give full credit to Assignment on Click. Today's explainer is entirely based on their detailed workflow and methodology, and their material really provided the fantastic foundation for breaking down this whole technical process.
So, now that you know the absolute magic of drawing it full size in model space and framing it beautifully in paper space, that universal frustration of plotting should be a thing of the past. Are you ready to stop wrestling with AutoCAD scales and start plotting flawlessly scaled sheets like a pro? The choice and the view is entirely yours. Get out there, set up those layouts, and please, whatever you do, remember to lock your viewports.